here it is, almost fully operational. Well, technically I've already played games with it, so you could say it's fully operational, but it doesn't have all the buttons or the cool screen. Um, there's some paint I need to redo because the taping I did it wasn't very good, and some of the lines aren't clean, like especially over here on the side, they're very messy, so yeah. That's what you get for being rushed when it's windy and over spraying too much, so it just bled through the painter's tape. So lessons learned, so I'll have to take it out of here and try again. But this is a good early showing of what it's going to be like. Still need some finishing parts, like a panel to cover up this area and maybe a panel to cover down there. If not, I think I need to add some more gray paint to those areas I thought weren't going to be visible. But you can see I've already got controllers here. It even lights up if I plug it all in. I have most of it going through a USB hub that routes everything down and out of the way. Unfortunately, the force feedback on the Logitech G940 won't work through any type of extension or hub. It's got to be right directly to the computer, or else it won't work. So that's why I have this one set of cables off to the side that are coming out over here. So I'll have to figure out something, find some type of extension that works. I mean, it's a powered USB I thought would work really well, and it didn't. I tried an active extension that's like a 50-foot cable, it didn't work with that. So I think I might try and find a smaller extension, maybe 6 foot. So, but other than that, I gotta redo some of the paint on that, but everything else is looking pretty good. I am gonna have to cut out some of this wood you can see here is blocking why I haven't put those other switches in, which will help anyways because this wood here is blocking when you go to drop this dash down. This actually hits it, so I had to, you know, finagle or wiggle it in. I had to like swing this out like a door and drop it down and slide it in. So if I carve out some of this wood, it should fit better. I think the big conflict is coming from this piece that I added that the design didn't originally have. So when I go to slide down the whole dash, that is hitting this piece of wood. And I think that's, you know, not doing much for me anyways. I think it was designed to support this piece here, but I've got, it's so strong and so well supported in that slot cut into the side of this frame here. It's not going anywhere, so I don't think I need it. So if I trim that out, I'll be able to fit the switches here. I'll grab one. I'll be able to fit these in there. They're too deep for there, so they'll fit here. Everywhere else, you can see I've already got the charging and computer buttons here. They're all wired up to the computer. They light up when I power on the computer. Oh, that's pretty cool. They all light up. I need to turn these back to red. They still default as green right now, or red and white to match. I gotta build an easy mount, a simple mount for this. Probably just a simple piece of wood that mounts to the chair somehow, because this is just kind of freely here, and then I can get rid of that. I don't need that frame piece that's sticking up. Same with the rudder pedals. I don't want them mounted. That's more for car driving pedals, that angle it's at. I'll need to build like a shelf for them to hold them actually flat, and then I'll put in some like aircraft rudder pedal 3D print mod or whatever that makes them, so that I can, you know, like have your heels on the ground, so it's kind of like you would on a actual aircraft. It'll make sense when you see it, or if you look up any of the 3D print mods for the new pedals for the Logitech rotor pedals. I think they're the Pro pedals, will make sense. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Exciting. You can see the rest of the room here is, half of it is a gym. It's a storage for stuff from the house that's not where it belongs. But a little makeshift gym here, and then this dominates the rest of the room there. And then there's a makeshift standing desk with old gaming computer, new gaming computer, where you can't even see the new one behind that box. 3D printer and tools. Gonna keep decluttering and organizing to make room. But yeah, the new gaming computer, I'll have to make a video just for it. It's tucked away back there. I got a what's RTX 3070 Ti on a Best Buy drop in like October, beginning of October, and then I finally built it with parts I got on Black Friday sales. So pretty excited about that. It helps run the VR is the other thing I added to this. Let's see if I can get that here. It's a Pimax 5K Plus, so that's actually better resolution than the projectors I had were 720p resolution projectors, so they weren't looking very good at all, and I wanted to buy like 4 1080p projectors, which this video card would run easily, but the cost of projectors is just, I don't know, for 1080p is old technology, but the cost on good projectors, just even if they're older, it just doesn't come down. So it's getting really expensive to do that. So I found one of these instead, used on eBay, cleaned it a lot, of course, and I'm still gonna do the screens. And a lot of people were very polarized for screens over VR and vice versa, but I'm still gonna do the screens. I'll just use the old projectors on there for fun, but maybe in the future if I can find a good deal on projectors, or if you know of any, I'll upgrade to that. And I was trying to do it just for even $200 a projector, but for some used projectors, but it was still being more like $400 or more really for any quality projector that was 1080p that had like 120 hertz refresh rate. You know, nothing crazy specs, but yeah, if you're gonna get 4 of them, that adds up quick. But this has been really cool. It took a little while to dial the settings in and get it adjusted for your eyes, but it works really well. So far I have this working with 3 X-Wing games in VR. I have it working in, of course, Squadrons it works in, but that was even the first one I tried, but it works in X-Wing Alliance with the Upgrade Project mod. It works there. I need to fiddle around with the resolution, the field of view for it. But it all works with that. At first I wasn't getting tracking through Steam VR, but the last update they did, it just seemed to plug and play work for me. There might have been some other settings I need to change. The other one, second one it works on is, the third one, because I already messed with Squadrons, is the original X-Wing game with the X-Wing VM mod, or I don't know if they're calling that still X-Wing Virtual Machine. That mod, it works in VR, works great with a bunch of monitor settings. Any of those can be quite a resource hog though. You'd think X-Wing Alliance wouldn't be too much. I think I can get a lot better with some tweaking, but that one still can take a lot. But it's pretty cool. It does make shooting TIE fighters a little bit easier with that depth perception. So, and a little bit of a neck workout. You can see I try to put on this helmet to balance out some of the weight, but that just adds more weight. But in some ways it's more comfortable, less pressure on my face, but I think I could try again with some different paddings and things to make it fit better. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. It's cool. It just works really great. I still like the dome. When you have people over, it's just fun to game with everyone sharing the same screen together, but you do lose that 3D effect. Anyways, this was getting kind of long, so I will do another one when there's more work that is done to show.